6 psychological facts about older women that make them attracted to a man. The evening was still, with a quiet anticipation hanging in the air. Jack sat at the bar, his gaze wandering over the room, yet it wasn't the youthful energy of the younger crowd that held his interest. No, his attention drifted toward the older women, women who carried themselves with an effortless grace, like they had weathered life's storms and come out stronger. He couldn't help but wonder, what was it about a man that captured their attention? The answer wasn't as simple as charm or good looks. No, there were deeper, more psychological reasons, 6 of them, to be exact, that made these women irresistibly drawn to certain men. As Jack sat there, he remembered something his father once told him, an old Stoic saying by Marcus Aurelius, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." And that's where it began. Confidence, yes, but not the loud, brash confidence that some younger men used as a shield. Older women were drawn to a different kind of strength, the quiet, unshakable confidence of a man who knew who he was and didn't need to announce it to the world. Jack wasn't loud, he wasn't flashy, but his calm demeanor said more than any words could. It was the kind of confidence that older women couldn't help but notice. But confidence alone wasn't enough. The second key was emotional intelligence. Life had taught these women that maturity goes far beyond knowing how to handle oneself in public. It meant being able to connect deeply, to understand and empathize with the emotions of others. Jack had learned over time that listening more and talking less often led to richer, more meaningful conversations. He didn't rush to fill every silence with words. Instead, he used them thoughtfully, making room for vulnerability and real connection. After all, as Seneca once said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Women appreciated that Jack didn't make problems where there were none. He lived calmly in the present and approached life with a level head. Then came stability. Older women weren't impressed by the thrill-seeking instability that might have intrigued them in their youth. They had enough of that behind them. Now, they sought men who were solid, grounded, who offered peace rather than turbulence. Jack didn't need to boast about his accomplishments or status. His life spoke for itself. He had his career, his passions, and his independence, all of which made him a steady presence in the chaos of the world. Stability, after all, isn't just about financial security. It's about being someone others can rely on when life becomes unpredictable. But just as important as stability was maturity. Older women weren't interested in a man who couldn't handle life's inevitable curveballs. They wanted someone who could keep his composure in the face of adversity, someone who didn't let his emotions get the best of him. Jack had learned that there was strength in patience and that not every battle was worth fighting. Older women respected a man who knew when to engage and when to let things go, someone who could navigate conflict with grace. Of course, there was humor too, but not the slapstick or childish humor younger men often relied on. What older women valued was wit, the kind of humor that spoke to shared experiences, clever banter, and lighthearted moments in serious conversations. Jack's sense of humor was effortless, a subtle smile or a well-timed joke that never forced itself into the spotlight. And that quiet laughter? It built connections quicker than any one-liner ever could. Finally, passion stood out like a beacon. But not just passion for them, passion for life itself. Jack's eyes lit up when he talked about the things that mattered to him, whether it was his work, his hobbies, or his dreams for the future. That fire, that dedication was contagious, and older women, who had lived their lives with purpose, couldn't help but be drawn to a man who approached life with the same zest. As the night went on, Jack felt the gaze of one of the older women across the room. She gave him a small, knowing smile, the kind that spoke of experience, wisdom, and a deep appreciation for life's subtleties. And in that moment, Jack understood. It wasn't about trying to win her over. It was about being the kind of man who naturally drew her interest, through quiet strength, emotional intelligence, and a passion for living. If you want to learn more about what truly makes a man attractive to women, older or otherwise, subscribe and like this post. The insights are here for you to explore, and trust me, they'll change the way you approach relationships in life.